It's brilliant for Showtown, it's brilliant for Blackpool, it's brilliant for Lancashire because at last we've got the full Cairoli collection back in its rightful home in Blackpool. And it means that we can, care for this collection, but most importantly, we can show more and more objects to the general public, whether that be at Showtown itself or at the Tower Circus or at our new history centre that we're going to be opening next year, where you might be able to delve a little bit deeper and find out more and undertake more research into Cairoli. But yeah, it's brilliant for Blackpool because, as you were saying, he was such a showman, and he was what the Tower Circus was all about for so many years. And he's, got some of the greatest legacy and provided some of the greatest laughter of 20th century clowns. So it's absolutely fantastic.
And this is the great thing about Showtown there are new things happening all the time, and a lot of people have an image of museums that it's just old fusty things on walls and that's it. But this is completely different. And what's in the collection?
Well, there's a whole host of things, and actually, we're uncovering some of them now because we've literally just acquired it with support from a number of funders. But there's everything in there. So I think a couple of the areas that he was most famous for was being a brilliant musician. So we've got additional instruments and areas where he was trying out new things. He could turn anything into an instrument. I'm not quite sure about a Hoover. We might have to go back to that. But he could certainly turn, a wooden saw, a toilet seat, even a kitchen sink. He could play as an instrument. And so there's more and more to uncover there and to put on display in temporary exhibitions or on permanent display. But he was also, of course, really famous for creating so much laughter through the slosh tank. And if you might remember this, Graham, although I'm sure you're too young, but you might
Well,
remember if you went to see him, the great slosh tank, the custard pies or the cream pies. If you went to the Tower Circus, you were pretty sure you were going to get a soaking. So we've got that slosh tank. We haven't got the recipe. That still remains a secret for the perfect custard pie. But we've got, so many other 2D items. So photographs of the family, because it's two families combining here. You've got the Carolis, and you've also got the Fratellini family as well. So this whole history of circus shown in terms of objects and also family history. And you never know, we might find that recipe in there as well.
and it's childhoods, it's memories, it's childhoods. You remember who you were with, and you remember your grandmas and granddads and mums and dads, and it's brilliant. When's it going to be on display?
So we've got some items on display now already. You can come down and see them, as well as film footage of Charlie Cairoli. We've got additional items that will be going on display next springtime when we open our World War II exhibition, because Charlie was critical to that period of time when Blackpool was a real hub of activity and entertainment. And then more items will be on display later next year. So it'll be phased through, and also there will be items on display at the Tower Circus as well.